guys, welcome to another of my weekly streams. Take care of this real quick. No, not that one. I almost closed the wrong thing. That would have been bad. Oh, wait. And let me see. X-Wing Part 85. No, Part 80. Or are you saying that's how far you are, Chris? And GB's talking about a game that Eric is playing. So, yeah, welcome to another stream. Last week, I will tell you, was a very rough week, especially because that's a little bit better. Especially because of the spontaneous speed build. I'm still amazed that I managed to get the A380 done. Subnautica. I don't have that either of those games. So yeah, knocked out that speed build. Blew my mind that I was actually able to get it done. 8 or 10 hours of decals on the 31st wiped me out. So the space shuttle, I've called it done. I am going to post a final video, and it's done, but it's not. I will do some other minor things here and there. I've got I went from two lights in each bay underneath the engines to underneath the SRBs and the shuttle itself. I'm going to do 4 lights. Those are almost soldered up and ready to go. Once those are done, that's when I'll do the final video for it. It's gonna look really cool. It looks good with the few decals it has on. Eventually it will get more decals, but right now I'm just burnt out on decals. Eric says he refuses to look at the TV. Why, Eric? Are you afraid of something that's on the TV? And actually, the speed build wasn't that bad. I had a lot of fun. It told me that I can build a lot faster than I do, depending on the model. Let me see if you can see it. That one right there in the background here. That one's going to be the next one that I start. That's going to be about a 6-month build. It's going to get lights. Eric is doing the same one. We're doing a buddy build. He's got the regular kit from 2004. I've got the Platinum from 2021, the Platinum Edition with LED or PE and wooden decals, brass parts. SR71 still isn't available. I will probably order that one eventually. People are talking about the Grissom. I've got one Grissom on pre-order at Cult TV Man. I will probably get a second one eventually, and that's what's going on in the modeling world. Those of you who are on Discord, and some of you have seen or heard some of his or read some of his exploits on the community as well, know that Charlie is not doing well. He's having congestive heart failure, which just means he's got leaky valves in his heart. He's eventually going to dry land drown. Charlie's one of our dogs, by the way. We're not having him put down yet because we found some things that the biggest thing he's got this horrendous cough that he coughs for like half hour at a time. But we've been working with that, working with some over-the-counter meds. We're going to keep him going a little while longer at least because he's not suffering as far as we can tell. He is still the happy-go-lucky dog he has always been. And, we're going to keep him with us as long as we can. We already have planned just outside my window, we've got what they call here in Illinois bumped out windows, which means it's bay windows, which the previous owners put a rock bed right underneath those windows. And we lost another dog about 2 years ago. Lucy was 19 years old. She was a cotton de Tuileries. So we're going to make that a memorial because we plan on living in this house forever. That is going to be our memorial for the dogs. We may actually bury some of them eventually out there, but we will put up tombstones with their pictures on them in the whole 9 yards because dogs are family. I've been seeing, let's see, some chat. So, yeah, not yet, Kenny. I will be going back to the Ghostbuster car after I finish the X-Wing. The X-Wing is so close. I want to get it done, get it out of the way. And plus, I've issue 107 for that car is currently out of stock, which is why I've restarted the Enterprise, but not gotten anything shipped. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if Donnie's here yet or not, but I promised Donnie that I would build all the Enterprise parts that I had. I've done that. If I don't have any, I can't build them. Yeah, the thing about Charlie, wow, $187 for a Grissom cat. No. The thing about Charlie is he is 10 years old. No, he's almost 11. He's had a really good life. He's a very happy dog. So we're sad about it, but we're not going to keep him until he suffers. Yes, exactly. Star Trek. And anybody who doesn't know, Star Trekken used to be 300-pound Leprechaun. He changed his name because of trolls, but he'll always be the 300-pound Leprechaun or Star Trekken for all of us. I think you probably will, Mark, because I don't. Like I said, I don't have parts on the way yet. They haven't, but I reactivated it. We'll have to see what happens. I also have more parts for which I haven't even started the Route Master, the London bus. Got a second issue and third issue going to be charged in 4 days. Hopefully the second issue will show up eventually. And then Iron Man parts I'm waiting for and a couple models off of eBay. Well, Chris, what about the goof? Are you here for the goof? See, Back to the Future car looks small on the Eagle. I don't think they're too small. I think the vents on the Back to the Future car are okay, bud. So that's what's going on in the world around me. Eric is absolutely here for the goog or goof. So let me flip over first to this camera, and this is as far as the main body is. I turned the board around because what I'm going to eventually do is probably not hot glue, but I'm going to fasten this board in here somehow. Still figuring out how I'm going to get the wire through because there is nowhere really convenient. I'm thinking I'm probably going to drill straight through the side here and run it down the frames, but we'll see when we get to that point. Nose the ship and parts. Let me see what the bat phone just said. Something got delivered for her. Okay, give me 30 seconds, guys. I'm going to go pick up something from the front door. I will be right back. And I am back, guys. It's a package from eBay for the wife. Okay, so let me see. No. Must be using K. No, the Enterprise is a completely different room. Shoe. Give it time. I'll start slurring my words. That's because I'm old. Yeah, yeah. Kenny, I know. No top nipples tonight. That actually, if I ever do Streamlabs, that's going to be my cash. But yeah, if anybody who doesn't know, Kenny got hacked yesterday on YouTube. He thinks it was through OBS, so I've gone through and let me switch cameras real quick. There's build table. So he thinks it was through OBS, so my OBS is set up to where I have to sign in every time now. Free pizza. Kent, you guys hear that, right? Eric's buying free pizza. Yeah, it's kind of cold here too. Let's see, Wednesday live. Now Kenny will just do his live stream from the kitchen probably. So yeah, it's 30 degrees here. It's actually warmer than it has been the past couple of days. Yesterday morning, it was actually colder here in Illinois than it was with Eric. So that was kind of amazing. And these are the parts where we finished last week. And you can see Goofy is sitting here. It's warming up there. Woo, 36. Goofy's sitting here watching the build. And another Goofy over here just amazed at the HLIF exports, watching the flashes. I think Eric might not blow up the QM2 because it's gonna take a lot of work. I already told Eric it'd probably be 6 months, and I think I will probably, Eric is a fantastic builder. I've seen him build really quick on some stuff, but I'm gonna walk him through some of the stuff on the Queen Mary because he's never done a cruise ship. And something about the Queen Mary 2 that I didn't realize until I watched a show on YouTube from Mighty Ships. It's the only ocean liner currently running. Everything else is cruise ships. Possible snow here tomorrow and Friday. We've got a possibility of Thursday snow. I'm not banking on it. So here are the parts, more work on the hyperdrive. These parts are all going to go together, attached to these parts that were left over from last week. And there's some metal framework. I've actually looked through the books tonight already, and these will be going onto the body of the X-Wing tonight. I'm hoping to get through eight magazines. I'm expecting to get through 4 because I actually, like I said, looked ahead, and some really on the 4th one, it gets really complicated. Exactly. He threw it in the lake, and the lake was made of gasoline, and then it was a lake of fire. Yeah, that's what's going to happen with Eric's probably. I hope not, because it is a really cool ship. And I don't have any nippers there. No, Kenny. Nippers, not nipples. Didn't have any nippers handy. I have a dog trying to sneak in here. Let's see. Yes, keep the snow somewhere else. Don't need it here. So I'm going to go ahead and clip all of the hyperdrive jets off. These are all identical with the exception of the fact that 2 have pins, 2 do not on each of these sprue. Gonna light the ship up, are you? Are you gonna wait, Eric? Are you gonna light it, or are you gonna light it? In other words, is it gonna have LEDs, or fire. So take these. I'll show you on one pair of them. You got the lugs here, and you got the sockets here to push them together. And they all push together. Actually, the pictures show them not pushing together quite as nicely. They push together like that. Then you end up 2 holes on one end, 2 holes on the other. There's actually, piping will actually go into those holes. Viking funeral in the bathtub. Helps if I get 2 different pieces. Fireworks launching off of it. That would be cool. Not so much, but, you know, Eric's got to do him. I actually think that Eric will probably, because he's got 3 larger ships, 350 to 400 scale, that he is planning on today. He's planning on not blowing up, but that we'll have to see what happens. So it says repeat to make another pair of jets. I made 4 jets total, and then they go on here. These lugs go into the back sockets on here. They're actually pretty loose, but I think once everything is done, they will hold together quite well. Interestingly enough, they're close enough together. Wonder if, nope, they're not going to fit that way either. They're close enough together that I may have to sand them down to get them actually to fit. Let me see. Or maybe I should find, so there's the rounded side. There's the side with the flats that let them go on together. So if I put the flats together, they should fit. Ingenious, they already sanded them down for me. No, he won't blow up mine. I will blow him up if he blows up mine. That's how that works. So those, proper application of BFH is needed. So those are assembled now. And then there's these 2 pieces. Got holes on one side for pipes, and it's got lugs on the other side to go into these, and the ones we just assembled. And those look like that. I'm going to see if I can put these in the correct order, the way they've got them sitting here. So this is going to be the inner one. Let me just double check. So this is left. And there's a small L or R in the grooves here. This one should be left because that. This one's the second one. This one is looking, I do not see a right or a left. There's an R. This is the outer one, the right-hand side. That's the outer one, so this would be the inner one. And I've got them as outer and inner, but it's going to be forward and back. TSA officers don't get that big of a funky look on their face. My wife has walked through airport metal detectors, and you just tell them ahead of time. He's Captain Scarlet. Not sure I know that reference. So that's all of pack or issue 80. Let me get issue 81. I'm going to push these up out of the way. Put those there. I know Amazon asked for a review on my scalpels. So I gave them a review saying they're not worth a crap, pretty much, with a picture of this one uploaded. I'm waiting to see what the seller says. So, more metal frame parts. Let me set these left and right. This is left, right, right. I'll see if I can get it. You can just about, when it focuses, you can just about see the L there, right above that nipple here by my thumb. Actually, it wasn't a bad review. It was a 2-star. I like the knives. I hate the fact that they broke right away. Or at least one of them. And that's all I said. So those goes like that. These will be down here. And these parts go up here. First thing, take the hyperdrive left rear platform mounting, which has 2 pins on opposite corners. It's got these 2 pins and then these 3 holes. You can tell it's the left one. Let me just see. Nope, nothing in there. And there's also 4 holes in the end here. But you can tell it's the left one because when you're holding it this direction with the big circle on the lower right, you got a little circle upper left, a little circle lower, or upper right, a little circle lower left. And it just pushes on here like so. And again, I'm not reading it, but I don't think there's. I am? Oh, those nipples, yeah. Actually, I did not order a new handle because I've got this one. And I will be honest, I'm a cheap bastard. If I order a new handle, I'm going to order another cheapo. What I'm more likely to do is put them in an X-Acto holder. Because I like the blades. And if the handles are crap, then I won't worry about the getting new handles. Okay, and then this thing, which truly, to me, looks like a face. It really does. This goes over top, and there's 4 lugs, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, to match up with the holes there. Push all the lugs down, and then when it's on there, it really, really looks like a face now. At least to me. Kenny's reviews are PG most of the time. Kenny's... Yeah, you're right, Kenny. Usually it's only in live streams that my mouth gets away from me. So there is a part here with a grill and 2 holes. 2 pins here. This is going to go over top of those eye looking plate pieces. The grill goes towards the rest of the towards the rest of the hyperdrive engine. Pins push down in. It ends up looking like that, and it is flush. And the last part for the hyperdrive engine is inserting these parts, which there's a D-shaped pin to go into the D-shaped hole here and here. Once these are in here, this is still kind of loose. I think there's going to be a screw eventually to lock these down. But once that's in there, you got these two posts here, and this area down here that we just put in. Looks like a mini. It does look like a mini cassette tape, Dan. Need the flat handles of the scalpel before the X-Acto stabs me in the foot. That is the nice thing. They are flat. They don't roll around. PG review from a guy who started with one with I bought a vibrator. What's wrong with buying a vibrator? It was. We got top. Where's ZZ? I don't know. Exactly. You beat me to it, Kenny. I was going to say that would be Eric. Eric would be the ZZ because he's off sleeping. So now, he's up. Let me move these. I'm trying to figure out how to best do this because I've got more room on the other bench, but a better camera view, and I can see the chat working from this bench. So let me bring over this thing. It is heavy. It is extremely, well, not extremely, but it is fairly decently heavy. So I've got it setting here facing me, and in the book they have their cockpit. Their cockpit is still attached to the mainframe because of the lighting. Since I have the aftermarket lighting, my cockpit is not currently attached. A personal massage device, yes. So first thing it says, take this bulkhead upper frame, and it goes all the way back here on the back. Does it matter which direction it goes? It does not. It is a mirror image of itself. Top the rear bulkhead, so it looks like this. Key thing, there's a pin here and a pin here and a couple of keyways for those pins to drop into right there. I'm not picking up the X-Wing to lift it up there and show you. Pushes down like that. There, that's better. It was that one side wasn't down, so that's down now. Top frames, which is these identical. They are not. Are they? Yes, they are. So I've got two of these marked with an R, and it says to put them it's actually got them all the way down back here. Okay, there's a hole here and here, two pins on here, and this is, since this is the, looking at it backwards, this is the right hand side of the ship because these are the engines. Yeah, Eric went. I like it. Eric owes a report on Galaxy Quest. From what I hear, it was amazing. Well, you know, Eric, you have your own personal copy that one of our friends over at Hobby Link International spent his hard earned money to buy for you for Christmas. I mean, the decent thing to do would be to watch it. So these go in the same way on the left hand side. I can find that other hole. This one is not wanting to quite go in as easily as the others did. Almost. No, just because. Let me try this one because that one was a little bit difficult at first too. No, it's not the pins. It's not the part, the metal part. It is the model itself. It's almost like this one is just a hair off. Got it. I put it in the hole here and then moved it forward. Better watch it before Wonderfest or he will watch it then. Yes, he will. 18 guys sitting on Eric's chest making him watch a movie. Yep. Good idea, Kaylin. Put hashtag HobbyLink International, and also hashtag your own channel just because. What happens if you like now and the show sucks? Then you can unlike. I mean, nobody's holding you to it. Top of the rear fuselage should look like that. This is the completed stage. Actually, that went a little bit quicker than I expected. It's now issue 82. Issue 82 has hyperdrive pipework. And let me just double check. Yeah, issue 82 is all hyperdrive, so I can move the X-Wing back over here. Really, yes, and both of them belong to Sigourney Weaver. Did I say that out loud? Sorry. That was close. Almost lost the PG rating there. It's mostly your post. That's funny. So this is left upper rear fuselage strut. So I'll put that there. Left mid rear fuselage strut. Oh, left upper, left lower, mid rear fuselage strut. So I'm going to put those all on the right hand side. Yes, Eric, exactly. Eric picked up what I was putting down. I don't know if anybody else did. I ordered them straight off of Amazon. I got the link from, I think it was Donnie. This posted the link to the ones he got off of Amazon. And the reason I bought them is if you can get 100 blades for anything, by the way, these are X-Wing 08 screws. You can get 100 blades for any knife for $10. The fact that it comes with the holder itself is pretty cool. That's just bonus. And XW01 screws. Around July, you found somebody else's post. See, and that's the thing, is I don't really post much in the way of my models on Facebook. Kenny would say I don't post them much on the way of the community either, and he's right. I'm trying to get better. My New Year's resolution is to post at least once a year to the community. And then some piping. There are 4 straight hyperjet pipes. They're calling this one, I think, is it that one? Yeah, they're calling this one, or actually they're calling all of these cranked. Okay, because they are identical. These are cranked hyperjet pipes. And these are branch pipes. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? Just happened to look over and saw you on the chat. Welcome to the stream. Been a long time since I've seen you here. I would too. Actually, I have some fun on YouTube. Every now and then I get involved in political discussions and piss people off and they block me. I did my one post for the year, so I'm good. Kenny, I will post again in 2023. Let's see. Yeah. YouTube left you. And have they sorted that out, or are they still trying to figure out how badly they're gonna screw up your account, Kenny? So 2 of each of these go on each side. One of each of the, what was it? They called them branch pipes, and one of each of these. Just because I'm going to put the numbers, because there's now you will hear back in 2 days. What's for dinner, Kenny? Kelly needs a break. Exactly. So on these, I showed you last week, there's a 1 here, there's a 2 here, and I doubt they'll ever be visible, so I'm going to put the numbers to the inside anyway. Take the left-hand hyperdrive assembly, which there is no real left and right. Fit the pin in the end. Let me make sure. Okay, yep. Fit the pin in here like so. Like that. Do the same with the second one. And I've yet to see any difference left and right between these. So one last time before I put them on, I'm going to look. Yeah, exactly. They're only concerned about the money they make off of his channel. And yes, Kelly, not Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hope you have a great year. Just made steaks and tater tots. Tots! This? It does. It looks very fragile, but these pins, let me double check. Okay, yeah, that's the right spot. These pins will actually poke in these top holes here. So they're not going to have much issue staying, with having anything pressure on them or breaking. And then underneath, right here, you see the open holes here. There's square pegs that plug in there. And that's how that one looks in place. Like, focus. Well, damn. I got excited, went too fast. Got to pull this back off of here, which is not too bad. So there's a hole here and here, pinhole, for the pins on the bottom of each of these pipes. And those holes here on this top part with the grill are for the top part of this pipe. So the pipe will go in there like that. Pin will go down here. And so far, everything tonight, actually everything on this piece is friction fit. They did a pretty good job on it. And hopefully, at least part of it will show after the model is built. So those are the pipes that I forgot to put in. I'll put this back on the left-hand side. And there's actually a small D-shaped hole back here, but not much of a D. The D shape here doesn't really matter. It fits, it kind of fits in, but it doesn't really attach at all. Damn dinner, that Conklin house. Had to be quick because you have to work on lessons for tomorrow. That's right. You're teaching school again. Teaching school in school, right, Kelly? Or are you still teaching via the internet? No, you're teaching in school because you had that scare last week because what was it Kenny said 14 teachers were sick. It's unreal that they don't keep control of that a little bit better. And that just popped loose. And that popped loose. Yay! Maybe I'll glue it, but not yet. Put that D-shaped pin back in there. Curse you, Kenny Conklin. I can now find tweezers anytime I want them because you've made me keep my bench relatively clean. I blame it on you, Kenny. Damn it. Oops, there went my PG rating. Does not want to play nice. There, that's better. Oh, 25 of them. Wow. Now 30. Wow. It's okay, Kenny. It's amazing how fast I can transition between models now that I've got a relatively clean workspace. And now that I've picked out music for the videos for the QM2, I will be doing an out-of-box review in the next day or so. Hold the base, the hyperdrive, and the top, I believe. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys. These next four will go from the top hole here to a hole down here in the base of the front, right here. So it's gonna Probably you guys aren't going to see much on this video, but I'll see what I can do. So the first thing I'm doing is the end here. The end here with the lip is going in first at the top. Work its way down. And I'm going to have to, once I get it, if I can keep it in there, I'm going to have to gently rotate and hopefully not snap off, and then bend the pipe down here at the bottom into the hole like that. And it's a really good friction fit. It is not coming out. The only thing is that some of the other parts may come apart. Like this one's trying again. And this part that has been loose the whole night, it's just popped up out from the front here. So I've got to get it back in place. That. Wondering when and if there's going to be a screw in there to hold this together. Well, yeah, it is. It is easy, Chris. Spence! Where'd you come from? What's up? Okay, so this one I'm going to have to go the opposite direction. I'm going to have to do the part with the lip on it second because I got to get this part down below, and I don't think I could get the tweezers down there to get it in there. Actually, that went in really, really easy. Pull that down tight. I'm going to do the same one on the next one. Or same thing on the next one. Come on. In there. Very close to hole. Come on. In the hole. Then push it in. Yes, I'm hypering my drive again. And the last piece for this part of the hyperdrive at least. And so there's all the pipes installed. It's really cool. I hope with all the work that I'm doing that at least part of it will be visible. That completes this stage of the hyperdrive assembly. And issue 82. Actually, this I might get all 8 issues. Oh, and like I said, guys, everybody thought I had a hangover on the first. Didn't have a hangover, had other things going on because I always drink water when I drink. Lots of water. I don't know, Shu. I'll be honest. I don't know. Yes, and somebody had to name these fictional parts. And I don't think it was George Lucas. I just thought of something. Let me grab the other book because I just opened a bunch of screws and they never had me put them anywhere. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss anything. They're just throwing screws at me for sake of throwing screws at me. Yeah, they just threw a bunch of screws at me and didn't have me use them anywhere. I'm sure they're used on these parts. Yeah, I know how Eric is. He doesn't realize he slurs his words a lot when he's on his meds. Ever seen him type when he's on his meds? It's just not funny. This away. Parts are the same, just on the right hand side. So let me see. Extending the framework, that's the first part here. Let me get these screws put into the correct container. Let's see, X101. And 08. I grabbed the tweezers instead of the knife. I will say that I have changed these blades a lot faster than I do the X-Acto blades. But they do work really, really well. So let me put the screws off to the side. This is right, left, right, left. Move the knife so I don't cut myself with it. And bring this thing back over. Oof. Every now and then when I pick this up, it cracks, and I'm like, yo, bad. Using the same X-Acto blade for 10 years. No wonder you can't get anything cut. So I have to move Goof and Goof out of the way. Those guys are Eric's best friend. Or friends. Okay, so starting with the left upper mid-rear fuselage strut. That's a mouthful. Basically, the 3 frames issued, the correct one is marked with the letter L and has a tapered end. Tapered end. And this is marked with an L. Fit the round end of the left lower mid-rear fuselage strut over the, yeah. So fit the round end of this one. Make sure you don't get the wrong way around. XW01. So the short one goes on the bottom, on the tapered part. Actually, is that tapered? Sorry guys, I'm looking at this again. There we go. And the piece that I can't use has that pin there. This one doesn't have anything. It's just got the holes. So the smaller one goes on the bottom. Let me get a screw and a screwdriver. A screwdriver would be fantastic at this point. Yes, we do, Kenny. Let me see. HP Spectre. Cool, bud. The new X-Acto blade went straight to cutting photo etch. Dremel in the cutting mat. HP are enemies. I don't mind HP. Sleep or yeah. Eric sleep orders. And he was actually texting at that time. I think I agree, Kenny. Next time he's on meds, we need to get him to order stuff for us. Yeah, you could sharpen them, but I tend to. Sorry, I'm looking at this so I get it on here right. I tend to actually use them way too long. Yes, that's perfect, Chris. We need to get him to order his own Goofy. I do actually. I have them everywhere. Well, not all over the house, everywhere where I'm here in the shop. Actually, I'm using an HP printer right now, Kenny. I'm sorry, guys. I am off screen. Reading the chat, responding to the chat, not giving you guys anything to look at. That's better. I was putting it on backwards. There's two ways it can go. It can go this way or this way. There's a nice slant in the wrong direction while I was tightening it down. I've been using the Canon printer that I've got. Or no, sorry, it's not Canon. Sorry, read your comment. I've been using my HP for a while, and the HP does me pretty good, especially because it's connected to the internet and it orders its own ink. I pay $2.99 a month for that, and it's if you print up to 50 pages in a month. I can print up to 50 pages, and I have 150 pages in backup because we just don't print that much. And then whenever it's getting low on ink, they just send me ink. I just send them the cartridges back, and I think I'm saving money, but probably not. Looking for a 2-in-1 or just a tablet? Oh, your computer, bud? Right now, I don't even know what brand it is. I think I've got an Acer. The one that I'm doing the stream off of is an Acer. Okay. So that is what I just built, and I keep pulling it off the screen. Take this frame from issue 80, which has 2 pins. So this frame, which has an L on it, it has 2 pins on it. Fit it back rear of the fuselage. And I'm going for the wrong end. So back here, there should be goes right in front of that magnet. I got to pull it towards me a little bit because this tab has got to go into the plastic there. So there's that tab, this pin. Actually, that tab fits in there. The pin does not. So I got the wrong one. This one with the tab and the pin goes further up, will go right in front of the engine. This one has those two tabs, and those two tabs line up with the holes in the plastic, so it fits right there. Like I said, this one here, there's the hole here, the tab down below, the hole for the tab down here. Not playing nice. It's funny too because this is a single piece of plastic and the metal doesn't want to line up. There we go. Either it's in or I just broke something. Like this and that. Okay, I just did what that one told me to before it told me to. And then this last one, there's a pin here. There's a slot down here for here, and this pin here. And then there's square pins along the way here that those are going to fit into. So this could be interesting to get in there. And absolutely had to be put in, the screws had to be put in first because it would not, you couldn't fit a screwdriver in there with the engines. That doesn't look like it's far enough down because those are not lining up. Oh, let me get a headlight so I can see in there. I think, let me show you guys what I've upgraded to the last, about 6 months ago. So this here has been the headlights I've been using for several years. Big ass batteries. They're not double A's. They're larger than that. They're lithium ion. You know, pretty good, pretty bright. Works really well. This is rechargeable, and everything is self-contained inside the light itself. Much better light. Let's see. Your video laptop is an Alienware. I would build another desktop, but every time I have, the desktop is obsolete so damn quick. Matter of fact, the one that I'm working, the desktop I've got right now, my wife bought, and it is better than the one that she bought a year ago. No, 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years ago in February. Why? Let me try this again. It's not fitting in there. The pins are not fitting in. This is coming loose. Try this again. First thing I got to do is line up that tab back there. Got the tab. Got the pin. Okay, it is the smaller but it's still not lining up right. Everything's got an R on it. Oh, that did it. This one, the lower one, was not lined up. I didn't have it lined up at the with the rest of it. As soon as that lined up, everything popped right into place. So let me see. Oh, Eric's up again. What are you ordering, Eric? Well, see, Kaylin, I agree. It can be cheaper to upgrade rather than buy a whole new machine. The only problem is I upgrade way too fast. I upgrade entire machines like every 2.5 years, maybe 3. Oh, folks are going to visit London Bridge? So use a XW08 screw. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Lake Havasu Bridge is, or the London Bridge, the original London Bridge that the song is about, is at Lake Havasu, Arizona. They were very proud of that. They would put that on this. You'd see that on TV every now and then when I was in Phoenix. So put this screw in here to lock this whole thing down. Nice. I cannot wait till we can afford to do something like that. That's not playing nice. Okay, it's not far enough in. Pull it over a little bit further if it'll go. Doesn't look like it will. Maybe. I feel some bite there this time. Okay, that's locked in. And then take this. It does not look like, well, maybe there are. I was going to say it doesn't look like there are screws on here, but there are. There's only one way it can fit. What it has is there are several holes for square pins, for set pins in here. Pop that in. Put another 08 screw in there. Right there. Try this again. It's not catching again. And there it's biting. And these screws are going into plastic. Yeah, and see, like I was talking about earlier, actually I probably don't have to do what I was talking about, which was drilling a hole. I can probably just run the wiring here down the outside of the skin so that it looks like this. And use a X-Wing 01 or an 01 screw. Hang on. Okay, so bought AFV Club tracks. Maybe invented by an idea company that makes really good metal tracks. Fruel model makes good tracks. Fruel usually tests those plastic ones out. Watch videos. Eric got lost. Don't confuse Eric, guys. It's very easy to do. Instead of trying to do this from the wrong end, let me turn this around. And what you guys just heard was me trying, and I've tried a number of times, just these little pieces here. So far, I have not been able to break them. I hope I don't. I'm not sure. No, that's not on there. I'm looking at it, and there's no way I'm going to get that screw in there, I don't think. Not right now. Yeah, that's not going to work. So let me loosen this one up. If I can find it. Actually, just let me see if I can. I know that was on there further before. Hang on. It is so close. You see if I can snap the metal and just really cry then. I think that's got it. What I did, guys, is I took the end of a scribe and I just had to let go of it. So I got to redo it. Now that the screw's loaded on there. I'm taking the end of the scribe and actually prying it over there to where the screw hole is lined up, holding it, letting the screw get snatched by the magnet that's there, damn it. Let's see if I can do this this time. Okay, so DeAgostini, maybe rethink where you're putting the magnet that's grabbing my screw next time. But by prying it over there, I got it far enough to where I could thread it in. And that is now locked in. Each pad has 2 attachment points and a push pin to clean up. Chris, my T26 came with tracks like that, except for they're all plastic. Certain ones. Yep, yes it is. I didn't even tell you how many links make a track. A bunch. So that looks like that. And now do the exact same thing for the other side, but a lot faster because I now can pretend I know what I'm doing. So like before, the shorter one is going to go on here using the 01 screws, 2 of them. Magnetism on this screwdriver is starting to wear out. It's not grabbing as well as it used to. And I'll show you guys what I did wrong last time, because I described it, I didn't show it to the camera really. It's not wanting to cooperate right now. You don't even have to say you're on or be on sleep meds, Eric. Just tell her you are. Okay, let me try this again. This just is not playing nice. And what I'm doing is I'm holding it against my stomach. Screwdriver popped off. All I need is for it to thread just a little bit. Okay. So before, when I was looking at this and it was just looking so funky to me, it was like this. You can see this huge lip here. I'm like, that just doesn't look right. When I roll it over the other way, it lines up with this with the slant of the side of the ship. Really good intel on GB's model zone. This is probably getting old. Eric's laughing at Kenny, going, "Go ahead, make funnies like that." And Mark's like, "That's why I never made a tank." So what Mark is saying is he'll do rubber band threads. So there's that one. This one is the same thing. This is actually the exact same as the first one I did. Okay, so line that up, get the screw in there. I think I may have actually cross-threaded the bottom one. But once it's in there, it's not going to really matter because it keeps coming a little bit loose. Come on. That's going to have to be good enough. Thank you, Kenny, for deleting the bot. And another one. Damn, the bots are out. Okay. So this one, yeah, this one will end up going up here. Let me turn this around before I go for the next one. This one will go right here. I did that wrong. This one goes right here. trying to get the pin to line up. There we go. Wait, what did I miss? What happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Yes, yes, indeed. Okay, and where did I put those? There. I need the light again so that I can actually see down in there because I've got gray on gray. Need to see that bottom slot down there. It's always funny when something seems to go pretty easily on one side. It is a little bit more difficult on the other side because you're using opposite hands. I'm not getting the tab to go in. Maybe if I do it like this. So what I'm trying to do now, guys, is I'm trying to line it up on here. Actually put it in place, the one in front of it. I have a feeling I did when I pushed down on it to put the screw in. I bent the tab ever so slightly. I'm sitting here looking for a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, I bent this tab right here just a hair. That's why it's not going in, and hopefully I can bend it back out or break it. It's not broken completely off, so hopefully I can get it on there and it'll just hold it. That's not going to work. It's really, really fragile metal that they make these frames out of. It's bent a little bit to the front. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Tab is broken off. But if it goes in where it's supposed to, it's not going to be a big deal. Yeah, it's, even though it's broken off, it's lining up back here in the back. So I shouldn't have any problem with it. Damn. Sitting there trying to get that stupid thing to turn off and I blinded myself. Hey, Donnie. About time you got here. I blinded myself and I can barely see out of one eye. About time you got here. You missed the Enterprise. I did all the Enterprise parts I had. You would think the frame would be the strongest part. This part of the frame is really strong. It's where the frame attaches to the plastic that it's not so strong. Like I said, once this is on, especially once the skin goes on, it's all going to hold itself together pretty well. If I can get this screw to go in. See if I can do the same thing I did earlier. Pry it over. Like I said, it's really not helpful that right now I have a bright spot in my eye. There we go. Wait, what did Kaylin say? Yes, that would be cool. Damn. What is that, 5? Or no, 4 now? I did, Donnie. I did every single 0 part that I had for the Enterprise. Took me all of no time. But hey, I am resubscribed. So it's not my fault now. Now it's DeAgostini, or not DeAgostini. It's DeAgostini's fault that I'm not getting Enterprise parts. It is Eagle Moss's fault that I don't have any parts for the Enterprise. Okay, get that thing back on there. I think actually that might have been the one that I had trouble with initially. Yay, both of them popped off. You know, I should have broken the tab off the other one. That one went on so much easier. And that was a... Let me double check the screw. 01 and 08 on this side. You have a tote full of parts. Yes, you need to make more videos, Mark. And actually not do the, this is my impression. Since you're ahead of me, or going to be shortly, you need to actually make videos. And then I'll do, this is my impression. There's that end. Pick this Hummer up. Turn it back around. 01 screw and do this end. Hopefully it'll just slot right in there. Nope, not quite. Yeah, that is true. You are doing the doing it on the Sunday stream. Okay, that should have that. Screw slipped off the end of the screwdriver. My fingernail. Being right-handed, the engine right there is getting in my way. Not positive it's threaded in. Oh yeah. Okay. Watch, they're going to want me to put the hyperdrive right here. Bastards. You know that's where they're going to want to put it. And that's the end of issue 83. 7:30. Let me see what's in issue 84. Yeah, there's way too much going on in issue 84. Because there's the torpedo bay housing. Now, after that's done, join the halves of the fuselage. After that's done, fitting out the fuselage. That's going to be an hour part in all by itself. So, got more framework on tonight, and I actually have a real sinking feeling that that's where the hyperdrive generator goes. And if it is, I'm going to have to do something, because that board has got to go in there somewhere. I'm almost positive that's where the hyperdrive generator goes. I have to look and see later issues and see if that actually, what was I going to say? If this is actually going to be visible. Because if it is, then I probably have to go back, take this apart, take this part off, and put this actually back underneath where I wasn't going to leave it. Fun stuff. So let me see. All part. Yes, I have to take it all apart to install one part. So what I'm probably going to do is, like I said, I'm going to look forward and see, because if the hyperdrive generator is visible, or if you can actually just take a small part off, then I'm going to actually redo it. And I'm going to put the Falcon 3D parts board inside. But I know it's a little bit earlier than normal, but I'm not going to go any further, because the more I do, the more I have to take apart. So I'm going to call this good for tonight. Had planned on building up to 4 more stages, but it's turning out that 4 stages on any given night is all I can get. Let me see, anything in the chat more about tanks. Probably depends on who's actually did the gun conversion. Oh, more talk about the tanks. So enjoying this build. Really am. Might have to take next week and do, well, if Enterprise parts come in, then make Donnie happy. He's been waiting. If not, either Terminator, probably not going to be X-Wing, because I'm going to have to take that back apart so I can actually get that board down inside, which I should have done originally. But might be X-Wing next week, might be Terminator, might be Ecto, could be Enterprise. The Vots like Goofy. That could be. Let's see. Yeah, wake up, Eric. I'm done. I've got my Goofy hat on, Eric. So, yeah, I'm going to take that apart, put the board back inside. I should have done it in the first place. Hang on just a second. Hey, I'm streaming. That's okay. I'll be done in a few. It's okay. Love you. Huh? Yeah, I'll talk to you in a few. Bye. That was my wife. She forgot that I'm still streaming. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to take that clamshell back apart just so I can get that board back in there. Stupid move on my part, but then I can put it in there, I'll hot glue it to something so it doesn't rattle around. I'll attach the cockpit and figure out how to get these last two wires, or not wires, but the LEDs in here. They'll fit. I actually hogged that out to where they fit down inside there. I just need to glue them in. And I actually think this came out okay, even though I dropped the cockpit. Not the outer shell, but the inner part that is 3D printed. And I was like, oh, dropped it, and put it away for a while because of it. Yes, Donnie, somebody said Enterprise. Double D is excited. Yes, it was my wife. What'd you miss? You missed a phone call from my wife, Eric. She wanted to talk to you, too. I mean, what the hell, man? So, yeah, having a good time with this. Expect by this weekend a video, at least one non-streaming video for the what I want to get by the end of this weekend, by Sunday, is a start video for the Queen Mary 2. Do something for the Airbus 380. Do something for the shuttle. I need to do something for my F-16 that I finished months ago. And all these got to be posted as well on the community. So I got a lot to do, and just got to do it in the evenings. Just need to sit down and knuckle down and do it. And what's stopping me a little bit is when I go upstairs at night, I don't have access to a lot of the stuff on this computer. I'm going to have to put it on the cloud, so I can do that stuff from up there at night. I will tell my wife hi. And I think that's it. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Oh, wait, I cannot leave the stream without doing this. I forget every now and then. Let me see. There we go. So you got the HLIFX board here. You got the two flashers for the 001, and this is the 002 bird of prey, which I ordered parts for it, so it'll probably be going into a model soon. And that was the photon torpedo and the disruptors. Great boards if you haven't gotten them. I know most guys that are part of the community have. Anybody who stops by and watches the video that isn't part of the community, they're well worth it. Best warranty in the business, 10 years. And these have been, this one, the FX01, the flasher board, has been running since May. So well over about 7 months. The other one's been running since July. Great boards, well worth it. And stop over and visit the community. That's a great place to meet a bunch of modelers like myself, like a lot of the guys that you see in the chat. A lot of them are from the community. Great place to meet modelers, and if you have questions, great place to get questions answered on how to do models. So like and subscribe, or don't. If completely up to you. I'm going to keep doing this whether you do or not. I appreciate you stopping by, and have a great evening, and we will talk to you Sunday, if not sooner. Talk to you.